computer. All right, so we can start now. So anytime you're ready, Liam, go ahead. You can start the interview.
Thank you for meeting with me, AJ. It's nice to talk about your new movie. I hope all is well. I'd just like to ask you a few questions. It's really nice to be with you today. All right. So
Nice to be
here's
with
my
you.
first question. What is the name of this film and what's it about?
Okay, The Looker is a contemporary film noir. It's based on the classic detective story. It's avant-garde. It has a lot of suspense and drama and intrigue um, in it. Mainly, it's about a detective who has a clash with an investment banker. Basically, he's hired by the man's wife to uncover his surreptitiousness uh, and deceit and betrayal. Eventually, in the movie, the wife falls for the detective, and the husband's role is rebuffed by the wife. So it's a kind of like a romantic thriller, like some of the Hollywood titles, like Fatal Attraction and movies like that. It's a contemporary piece, and it's full of twists and turns. Very avant-garde, since we took a lot of unconventional style um, and format. So it's kind of unique in that way.
Okay, that sounds really good. Now, who is in the film?
Okay, well, I played the detective in the movie, Jack Ryan, um, who is sort of, a on his own, sort of a kind of a savvy detective who likes to do things by his own rules, and and he kind of goes by his own sort of by his own drum. I also stars a young actress by the name of Addie Weaver. She's in the film and plays Isabel, the wife, and she's pretty good. And a young contemporary, Sangoon Kim, um, who's a great actor, sort of up and coming actor, who plays Charles Ford, the main antagonist in the movie. Um, there's also some other up and coming actors and faces who are very good as the mob connections in the movie. So it's a very diverse cast, and it's a very lively cast, and we're very proud to have everyone to have a very versatile cast, just people from all different backgrounds and who are working on it and bring a lot of you know sort of unique perspectives. So it's really helping us to build the film and make it into into a reality.
Wow. Well, I'm excited to see their performances, and I'm also excited to see the film itself. Now, why did you choose to make this particular film?
Okay, I wanted basically I wanted to show um, a battle between right and wrong, um, sort of like good and evil, good and bad. So I wanted to make a film, um, that addresses the ups and downs of everyday life, such as career and work, and how it can fluctuate. So I wrote the film, so I created a drama from absolute scratch. And then it went on to, I tried to, and I developed it while I was shooting. So, most importantly, I wanted to show a contrast or a conflict between two sides, such as in this movie as a detective and an investment banker. So they are like opposed to each other. I thought that this would be, kind of juicy and very remarkable because these are two very contrasting positions, and it would truly make the movie stand out. And I think it did because, the two sides are very different and have different motivations and have different tendencies, and it comes out in the movie. So I thought that that sort of was the core of the movie. Um, we needed to establish a conflict and sort of create a tension uh, with the the two sides, and I think it comes out really well in the movie um, because there is kind of like a buildup, and the detective is really, trying to, get to the bottom of everything, and he's using everything in his sort of arsenal. So, but at the same time, he has a lot of he sort of is not, he has sort of, he tries to help in the movie, but he's not, particularly, he's not, well, basically, he's someone who is trying to solve the case, but he's not trying to ruin anybody. So he is kind of has has a noble purpose, and I think it was a good narrative for us. And we worked very hard to establish that him as kind of like a do-gooder, a good-hearted detective who wants the best for everyone. And I think it comes out in the movie because because uh, at toward as the movie goes along, um, he does win favor with the other people, and they kind of see the sort of, spirit in him uh, to, you know, to see that he's trying to do the right thing. So that was very important to me, and I based it on like role models in my life and people in my life that, are sort of upright. And but there's also a romantic angle, and that also comes out in the movie. So it's kind of like, he's a kind of like a worldly person and someone who is kind of, part of he's kind of well known and kind of lives in the moment, you know, kind of like carpe diem, or has a certain je ne sais quoi, something, if you want to say.
Now, tell me, what are you planning next?
Well, we're wrapping up this movie, and once it's completed, we're going on to making another movie called Final Draw 3, aka The Doppelganger. It's a cool name for a movie. It's a spy movie, and it's part of our series because we are have a franchise for spy movie themes, and it's part of an uh, ongoing series that's sort of based on um, my writings, and sort of also based on sort of a theme, kind of like a spy espionage, and it's good. And we've been doing it for several years, and kind of like it's part of a like a melange of movies that we've done already. So it's also part of a like a cornucopia or a body of work. Anyway, it's going to be over the top. We have some really fun and cool things planned. It's called The Doppelganger, and it's coming out next year. And we're starting filming this fall, and we'll be filming uh, through next year, and hopefully it's going to be over the top. You're going to people. It's going to be really one of the best ones that we've ever done, and I think you'll really like it, and you'll really want to check it out.
Well, thank you, AJ, for taking the time to talk about your movie. It was a pleasure talking to you. Good luck with everything that you're doing, and please keep us in the loop about all your projects.
Thank you. And cut.